Hey guys, this is Tiffany, and I am here today with Sheena, who is a nurse practitioner student, and we are going to show y'all how to use a glucometer. So this might be helpful to any of you who are diabetic, newly diagnosed as diabetic, or anybody who's supposed to be checking their blood sugar on a regular basis. So Sheena's going to help me today, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, this is Sheena. Say hi, Sheena.
Hi.
All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is we've got all of our supplies. This is all the supplies that would come in a diabetic testing kit. Generally, you have got your lancet device, lancing device there, and then you've got the little lancets that go in it, and they usually come in like a 10 pack. So Sheena's gonna get one out so we can see what that looks like. All right, and so that actually goes in the lancing device. That's what you use to prick your finger. All right, so Sheena, show us how that stuff's in there. So you're gonna stick that in there. All right, perfect. And then it's got a safety on it. So she's going to show us kind of how to twist that off. So we're gonna twist it off, and then you can see, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, that little bitty tiny needle, that's what you're gonna use to prick your finger. All right, so then you're going to take the cap and screw the cap back on. Right, so once the cap's back on, this is the device again that you're using to prick the finger and get the blood out. Now on the other end of this device, there is actually some numbers, and it's gonna say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There'll be lots of numbers. This is how deep you're pricking. So some people have some thick skin and they need to prick a lot more or a lot deeper. I believe like 1 is gonna be the most shallow, and then like up to 7 is gonna be a lot deeper. So you'll have to play around and see how deep you need. If you're having trouble getting blood out of your finger, then you will need to turn the dial up, and that may be your problem. So, and then when you are ready to actually prick your finger, you will pull the trigger back. So there is a trigger on this thing. So machine is going to pull it back. Okay, and you will hear it click. All right, so maybe. And then when you hear it click, then it's ready, and then you push the button, the white button, and then it goes. So it can actually be clicked and shot multiple times, but obviously you don't want to do that if it's already been used. So if you pick up the lancet and you don't know if it's been used before, then go ahead and change out your little lancet in there, just because you don't want to use a lancet more than once. Okay, so now we're to the part where we are getting the test strips, and we put those into the glucometer. So the test strips have to match up with the glucometer, and so lots of people ask me, which glucometer do I use? The short answer is you use whichever one your insurance will pay for the test strips, because test strips can be expensive. So Sheena has gotten out 1 test strip, and the biggest thing is that you will take out the test strip. You will take the little pronged side. So there's one side that looks like it has a prong on it, like and then there's the other side. So that's the prong side. That's the side you're gonna stick into the meter. And then the other side has almost looks like a little line on it. Everybody see that? That's the side that's gonna get the blood. So the prong side, we're gonna try to stick that into the meter, and there'll be a section there at the top. We're gonna stick that in. Most of the time when you stick that in, that is going to tell the meter, hey, I'm ready for blood, and it's gonna give the little signal, and it's gonna give a droplet of blood sign, it's gonna say, hey, we're ready. All right, so the meter is now waiting for some blood from us, so now it is time for us to prick our finger. All right, so now Miss Sheena is going to prick my finger. She's gonna talk you through a couple of tips on what to do and how to prick. So, all right, Sheena, let's do it.
All right, so on your finger, we usually try to avoid like the middle part. It's just more sensitive. Go for the outer parts of your fingers.
Definitely the side. So
yeah.
you will thank us later on that. So, and what do you got there in your hand?
I've got an alcohol wipe, so that's to clean your site.
Okay.
You just scrub it real good, and then you want to let it dry.
Okay, perfect. And then we got our lancet that we have already put a brand new lancing device in. So we got that already, and we got it triggers pulled back. Perfect. And right now I don't have super thick skin, so we've got me set on, what we got me set on, Sheena?
It's on a 1.
It's on a 1. Well, let's do 2 and just just to play it safe so she doesn't have to prick me twice. All right, we'll do 2 and see how that goes.
All right, so then you're just gonna line it up, put it flush to the skin, and then you'll push your trigger.
All right. So what happens if, what happens if you prick your finger and you don't automatically get any blood? Sheena, what are you doing to me now?
Well, I guess I'm milking your finger.
Okay. Okay, well, that's what it feels like you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what happened to our glucometer? So it went off, so what do we do?
Well, we waited too long.
Uh-oh.
So it went back to sleep.
Okay, so it's asleep, but no biggie. So can you take the test strip out and maybe put it back in and see what happens? Aha, we fixed it. All right, awesome. So we have some blood. Now we're gonna hold, I'm gonna zoom in so we can see what's happening here. She is taking the blood. She's holding that little strip up to it.
I'm gonna line it up to that.
Awesome, okay. And then if you have done it successfully, we're gonna count down, and then it's gonna show your glucose. So your glucose and sugar are the same thing. Mine is 90 right now. I have been fasting this morning, so that is okay for me, and I'm still feeling pretty good. All right, awesome. So we're gonna take the test strip out of the meter because we are all finished there. You can take a cotton swab, or you can take the alcohol swab that you just used and kind of wipe the blood off your finger. Most of the time you don't require a Band-Aid after that, but if so, you could Band-Aid up. And then you are all done. Okay, thanks guys for joining us, and hopefully you learned something about blood sugar and how to check your sugar. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below, and thanks for Sheena for helping us out today.